Hello and welcome to TV1 Midday News. I'm Rex Litter. Members of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary should wear police uniforms when on duty as a sign of respect to the force. Chairman of the Commission of Inquiry into PNGs, Elenas Batari, stressed this during the inquiry yesterday.
After hearing the witness statement by the Assistant Commissioner of Police for Crimes, Hodges Ete, about the conduct of police personnel during the riot on January 10th, the COI Chair and Commissioner, Justice Elenas Batari, said police personnel must wear police uniform at all times as a show of respect and dignity to the force. Batari said this after Ete revealed that few police officers, including some hierarchy, were without uniforms during the protest, which led to the civil unrest.
Police officers high up the rank trying to attend the scene have uniform. Every time you see someone in full uniform. Is that the culture here, or is it the possibility that uniform is not an important part of police tool anymore?
There's a generational gap as to what generation respects the uniform more and what doesn't.
Oh.
So I believe all, except that it is my own view, my own personal opinion.
Yeah, you're giving your personal view. And of course from your own observations and experiences.
That those of us who joined earlier and last 30 years ago, we joined for the very purpose of pursuing a career in the police force and wearing this uniform.
Yeah.
Others who have joined after us, my personal view is that others joined just because they wanted to have an employment, not a profession.
Batari said it is unacceptable for police officers and police hierarchy to be in civilian when attending to crimes because it is unconstitutional. Batari said the behavior of this police personnel on January 10th demonstrated that there was no discipline in the police force.
What happened at Unagi Oval simply exhibited lack of discipline and respect for the hierarchy.
Ete, in sharing the same sentiments, added that discipline in the police force is lacking nowadays, resulting in unnecessary crimes involving police officers.
We need to have some of those offences, maybe add a few more, and also look at the possibility of criminalizing some of those offences that we see as disciplinary offences.
Maricela Kelaton, TV1 News.
The Papua New Guinea Immigration and Citizenship Service Authority officially launched the Sponsor Portal yesterday, a digital platform that integrates both work permit and work visa application into a single digital application. This web-based interface will provide a convenient avenue for private sector companies who employ foreign nationals to lodge for permit and working residential visa in a single system. The event featured a brief showcase of the sponsor portal and how to navigate work permits and work visas in terms of registration and payment methods.
Acting Chief Migration Officer Wellington Navasifu during the launch remarked on how the sponsor portal is an iconic benefit for both clients and ICSA. The acting CMO clarified that the sponsor portal will slowly phase out work permit and the end result will see a working resident visa, meaning the users of the portal will no longer get a work permit letter and ID card. However, they will be issued with a working resident visa, which legalizes them to enter the country and work, revolutionizing business in the country.
Our aim is to make sure that we make the business more efficient, less cumbersome, but profitable, not just for us in terms of money, but time. So this is a tool as part of our innovation, enhancing the power of technology.
According to Mr. Navasivu, The sponsor portal provides businesses with a streamlined process to lodge the combined work permit and employment visa online with a system that directly interfaces with the immigration's border management system. All manual payments will cease as of today and will be made online through the sponsor portal. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape says the country's 5 major projects are on track: Pyongyang Gas Project, Pasca A Gas Project, Wafu Golpu, Pogera and Papua LNG. He expressed that the future is looking bright for Papua New Guinea.
I had 4 Ps and one W, so for the first time now, we're trying to get all these projects sort of fired up. So the next 5, 6, 7 years in PNG, all these are being developed at various stages. It's going to be quite an exciting time for our economy. So exciting times coming up. I ask our citizens, support your country wherever you can. And for these projects, we'll work with respected investors and hopefully find a soft landing spot for Wafi Golpu, for Pyongyang and Pasca as we await FID announcements by Total and all the project partners in Papua LNG.
The 2024 Papua New Guinea Investment Week that will be hosted in Sydney, Australia from December 6th to 11th has now been expanded to include more than just the mining and energy sector. Prime Minister James Marape commended the vision of the PNG Chamber of Commerce and Energy for this decision, whilst PNG Co-President Antonis Mares said the change of name and format will boost investment into PNG by expanding attention beyond PNG's resource sector into other areas.
We have phenomenal things that we are doing in energy and in resource sector, but there are amazing things being done in agriculture, in fisheries, in infrastructure, in renewables, and also particularly with the work, Prime Minister, that you've been doing with our bilateral and multilateral partners and their interventions in different parts of our country.
It is now stepping outside of not just the core mining and energy or petroleum sector, but expanding the scope of promoting investments. It is proper also government right with it, and government also, and also the state-owned enterprises that stand to benefit from the mining, petroleum, and other resource extraction or resource harvest projects. So, all commendations to the thought to give a more fuller, wholesome promotion of PNG as an investment destination.
One squad, the PNG's renowned dance crew, has advanced to the semi-finals at the World Hip Hop Dance Championship in the US. After a strong preliminary performance, they secured a top spot despite acknowledging some mistakes on social media. The crew is determined to refine their routing to the upcoming rounds, supported by Mountain Dew and the 110,000 Skinner sponsorship from Pacific Industries Limited. One squad remains focused on their goals. Director Everett Chow praised their achievements and highlighted their journey as an inspiration for aspiring PNG dancers. The nation eagerly anticipates their performance, confident in their ability to excel internationally. Melbourne researchers have discovered a blood test that can help predict which preterm babies will go on to develop chronic lung diseases.
Samantha Nation cherishes every moment her son Atticus is not in a hospital.
It was torture going up there seeing your baby like that every day.
Atticus was born 3 months early and came into the world weighing just 800 grams. After 5 months in the neonatal unit, attached to monitors, wires and tubes, he developed chronic lung disease and couldn't expel liquid from his lungs.
We were told we don't think he's going to come through this, and pretty much start saying your goodbyes to him.
But against all odds, little Atticus survived. Before now, babies could only be tested for lung disease at 36 weeks old, leaving parents like Samantha and Warwick without answers for weeks.
This makes it incredibly difficult, not just for parents who have that unsurety, but also for the doctors that need to treat them.
A world-first discovery is changing that. Scientists at the Murdoch Children's Research Institute have discovered specific proteins in the blood can indicate which babies will develop the disease. And the test can be done within 3 days of birth.
And so this way we'll be able to give the right treatment to the right child at the right time.
Samantha hopes it means other parents with preterm babies can breathe a little easier.
I am so excited for it. I think this is absolutely fantastic. If they can detect this early on, and it can help prevent families sort of go through what we went through.
In the next few months, the blood test will be replicated in a larger clinical study involving 550 babies across all neonatal units in Victoria. It's hoped that will lead to the discovery of new treatments.
Singer Vanessa Amorosi has won the property battle against her mother. The pop star will now seize control of a Melbourne home after suing her mother following a dramatic falling out over her fortune, but it wasn't complete legal victory.
Finally over, but a feud far from settled. For years, Vanessa Amorosi trusted her mother to manage her fortune, but after they had a falling out, she sued Joylene Robinson over a property in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. The pop star claimed the home was wholly hers, but her mother rejected this, saying they'd struck a kitchen table agreement, which meant she owned the house. But today, a Supreme Court judge found not absolutely everybody owned the property, just Amorosi, and told the court no such agreement existed. Amorosi was discovered in a Russian restaurant by former Australian Idol judge Mark Holden and became a household name after singing at the Sydney Olympics. Her career went from strength to strength, making her millions on the way. The Supreme Court heard the money was funneled into a trust account and was handled by her mother, Joylene Robinson. And part of it was used to purchase this sprawling property in Narre Warren at the centre of the dispute. Joylene Robinson told the court Vanessa Amorosi bought the house for her because it was perfect, and in exchange for a one-off payment of $650,000 down the track. But that was hotly disputed by the Australian songbird, who said the conversation never took place. Emotions ran high during the trial, which heard the dispute between Vanessa Amorosi and her mother started a war within the family. The falling out was so bad that Joylene Robinson only learned about her daughter's pregnancy through another family member, prompting her to send an email saying, "Good luck with the delivery of your baby boy. I hear it's any day now." The Supreme Court ultimately took a shine to Amorosi's claims, but it wasn't a complete victory. The singer was ordered to pay her mother close to $870,000 in restitution.
And that ends our news update for today. Join us at 6 p.m. for more news and sports update. Bye now.